Hi folks, Steve the Hurricane here, and on today's episode of A Drink with the Hurricane, we're going to talk about live-in business. Are you offering it? You should. Cheers.
A Drink with the Hurricane, the home care sales and marketing talk show that discusses all things growing your home care business.
So this came about as I was skimming through the Home Care Pulse report that came out earlier this year in May. And as you're looking at the Home Care Pulse report, in the revenue section, they talk about businesses that are offering live-in care. And so there's a specific graphic, for those of you who have it, it's actually graphic number 3.28, where they talk about how 60% of all private duty home care companies around the country do not offer live-in services, while only 40% do. And so I'm here right now because I want to just draw some numbers out, because when I take on somebody as a new coaching client, when somebody becomes a mastermind client, these are our high-level clients. They spend the most amount of time with us. We do the most amount of things with them. And when they say to me, Steve, I want to grow my business to $3 million, which $3 million in total annual revenue is a milestone that I truly believe every single home care business in the United States can obtain if they do it smartly, no matter what market you're in, anywhere. Like, you could be anywhere in the country and you can do $3 million, no matter how rural or densely populated your area is. You could do more in more densely populated areas, but at least $3 million no matter what. And in order to do that, you're going to generate basically 1,000 hours of services from hourly care. So hourly care being 20 hours a week, 40 hours a week, 56 hours a week, something like that. Monday through Friday from 9 to 1. Monday through Sunday from 9 to 1. That's 28 hours a week. You're going to have a handful of cases like that to do $3 million. I'm going to say to get 1,000 hours like that, this is going to be about 40 clients or so, give or take, to be able to get your 1,000 billable hours like that. Then the next segment are your 24/7s. You should have about 1,000 hours 24/7, right? These are your shift cases. You usually have 3 caregivers that are shifting out, and it comes out to 24/7, which is basically 168 hours a week. And so that's 6 to 7 clients that make this up. So now your census is still less than 50 patients, and you're going to be doing your $3 million. And then the part that a lot of people miss, a lot of people don't focus on, and it's something that I teach my clients on how to do, and how do you do live-in properly, and how do you ask for live-in, and how do you sell it. All of those things are things I do with our clients, but you should have about 1,000 hours a week live-in. And when you have 1,000 hours a week live-in, because the live-in is somewhere between 70 to 100 hours a week, this is about 10 to 12 additional clients, which gives you a census of around 60 to 70 patients to do $3 million in total annual revenue. And so I share this with you because a lot of people get caught up with this, and it makes sense. 40 clients, 1,000 hours, well, it takes a lot of effort to manage and maintain 40 clients. It takes a lot less effort to manage and maintain 6 to 7, 10 to 12. So if you want to do $3 million, you could also do $3 million by having 120 clients that are all hourly, right? But think about the manpower it takes to manage 120 clients. $3 million in return on investment might not be worth it for you to be able to do that, because the amount of staff you're going to need to manage 120 clients, it may end up producing less of a return than it's worth you being in business for. So when you break it down correctly, yeah, these folks are going to take the majority of your time, but you'll still have a good mix of others. And then these are things that we do with our clients. But when you put together and you build out, when I look at a $3 million business, no matter where you are in the country, I know you can attain 60 clients. And when it's a good mix like this, there's your $3 million in total annual revenue. So if you aren't doing $3 million a year. If you want to do $3 million a year, if you never thought about this, or you said, I like what Steve is saying here, 6 or 7 of these, 10 or 12 of these, how do I do that? Pick up the phone. Give us a call so that we can show you how you can do this, and then you can blow away the competition. So if you like this content, then you have to sign up for my free course, Initiate, Master Your Home Care Business. All you gotta do is go to homecaremarketing.net/initiate for details.